Live from Duval County in Jacksonville, Florida, it's the Jacksonville Kings taking on their rivals not too far away from them, the Florida Storm, as we kick off this week 8 of Simulation Football, the action from Florida, as I'm Colin Northrop, joined by Rick Northrop, back on color.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the ball game.
We got Jacksonville looking to avenge a loss to the Storm a couple weeks ago, 48-10. Jacksonville trying to foil the Storm's undefeated season in this matchup of interstate rivals.
Let's set the stage for the supporting cast. Colin, who do we have helping us with stats tonight?
We have Hank Earl Troll and the Hall of Famer, Damon Simeon.
That's right. We brought Denver the dog with us here in the booth. And out back, we got the Rick meter fired up and ready to go.
This is going to be meeting number 18 between these teams.
Get out, really?
Ethan Sneed to kick off.
We got a full house tonight. Ready for the action, and we're underway.
Return by Joe Beasley up the middle. A yard out of the end zone, up the middle, 30. And he gets to the 36-yard line. Well, marking down O.J. Bruin and the rest of this Jacksonville offense comes on the field first, Rick.
The danger factor was up on that return. We'll get another look at it here. As kind of swims through a few tackles, was awfully close to making a break for it.
Well, for Jacksonville offensively, they have O.J. Bruin as a starting quarterback. The backup is Kenny Slider. Sean Sanders and Shepard Vakarian are the tailbacks. Jay Ballmer is the fullback. David Gears, rookie Joe Beasley, and Kingston Ellington along with Connor Weston are the wideouts. Jim Copeland Jr., Talon Steele, the tight ends. Brendan Rhyme and Marcella Martin are the offensive linemen. We'll get to the Florida lineup after this play, which will be a Bruin pass downfield caught by Connor Weston. It'll be first down for Jacksonville.
Don't be impressed with that one, Colin. Just a three-step drop and fires it in. Squeezes that in between the defenders. Here we go. Boom.
For Florida defensively, Deontay Stoneville is the defensive end along with Alessandro Tomello. The Hall of Famer Alex Dominguez and Pete Mitchell line up at defensive tackle. Leon Thunderman and the rookie Jesus Smith along with Ryan Tobin are the linebacking core. Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, Adam Jones are the corners as Bruin fires down the field, complete to David Gears, number 13, for another Jacksonville first.
There's a mirror image. First pass down the left hash. Second pass, same play down the right side.
Roscoe Jenkins, Adrian Blaine, Andrew Francis, and J.J. Bailey. Bailey being a rookie, and that rounds out the secondary, along with Roscoe Jenkins.
Roscoe. That's a great name. That should be your name.
And the Kings have moved smartly down the field, completing 2 straight passes, one to each wide receiver, going for about 21 yards each, according to stats. As Sean Sanders gets the first handoff of the game and picks up a yard, it'll be 2nd and 9. Big Sexy in on the tackle.
They go with an unbalanced line. First 2 formations were balanced line, and they run to the strong side. I think Florida had that figured out. Bring up 2nd and 9, as you said, Colin. Trying to get themselves in the red zone.
I formation, 3 wide. Bruin back to throw. Fires, tipped in the air, and intercepted. My goodness, and returning up the fumble. And Jacksonville falls back on the ball. It'll be first to go at the 10. So there was an interception on the play. Up the nice deflection. He returns it upfield to Jay Ballmer, forces the fumble. Then Kingston Ellington then falls back on. They have the ball first to go at the 10.
There's got to be some kind of record. We've run 4 plays in this game, and we've already had 2 change of possessions.
Ryan Davidson with the interception, by the way.
Same play.
5 wide receivers out of an empty backfield, 1st and goal from the 10.
That's a nifty way to get yourself in the red zone.
As Bruin goes down, Florida brought the heavy blitz that time. And bringing him down for the big sack is number 48. That's Adam Jones on the cat blitz, and nobody picked him up.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, picked him up.
Pushes it back close to the 15-yard line. In fact, just a little beyond the 15. Same formation as before. Bruin to the end zone, touchdown. It doesn't matter. They find Hunter Weston. And 33 hauls it in for 6 points.
And that's a heck of a drive, Colin. Technically 2 drives, I believe. We're going to say it's functionally 1 drive.
Let's see how it's scored down as Weston hauls that in.
It's kind of, what do you call that pattern, Colin? Just a little inside leverage there. Skinny post.
Yeah, skinny post.
Look at me knowing football, eh?
Third touchdown pass of the year caught by Weston. And for Bruin, that's touchdown pass number 12.
Me knowing stuff, I want you to put that in my employee file, Colin, because it needs to offset some of the demerits I get from you.
Those 6 plays, 50 yards. So say just over 2 minutes taken off the clock. And Jordan Bradshaw to kick off for Jacksonville. And now we get to see the Florida offense that has been so dynamic, Rick.
Indeed. And I know you're going to get to some of their season stats pretty soon about how many points they score, give up, those kinds of things. But let's see what they've got on offer here for us in the fan world on their first possession.
Ron Cochran is the quarterback, number 3, the Hall of Famer. Charlie Bullet Beletsky's been tearing up the stat sheet seemingly every week. He's the running back, number 33. J.W. Doyle's the fullback. They got a plentiful load of wide receivers as Cochran throws underneath, and it's caught by one of them, number 11, Stephen Bush. He's joined out there by the rookie Caleb Griffiths, who has been really impactful in the return game for the Storm. Barrett and Zarkov, Ron Haynes are the tight ends. Joseph Wade is the left tackle, joined by Greg McDonaldson at right tackle. And put him on the back is the center, number 79. The give is to Boletsky, and he stopped on the line of scrimmage for no gain by Bond. Alex Bond for Jacksonville. 3rd and 3.
Very good, and there's your first cultural reference. Might be the second of the night. Don't forget, the part of the fun is keeping your eyes and ears out for cultural references, Monty Python bits, vocabulary, right?
3rd and 3 for Florida. Cochran changes his play to line of scrimmage. 2 tight ends, split backs. They'll roll to the right side, throw, and Zarkov with the catch and a first down made for Jacksonville defensively. Taekwon Hill, Forrest Dalton are the defensive ends. Joey Swindad and Logan Gardner are inside.
Simple concept with that roll to the right, and just looking for somebody to break free. Just downfield, has a good choice and gets a first down.
Cochran back to throw again, now has to run out of pocket. Will take off himself and slide after pick up of 4 yards. John Martin's the inside linebacker. Toby Nur and Nathan Nur, along with Roy Towers at the corners. Young Volt, Bernard Gooden are the free safeties. John Patrick Levine, Tiga Clay, and Alex Bob are the strong safeties. They've carried 2 punters. Liam Price, the undrafted rookie, and they picked Victor Ironleg at pick 86.
Look at this.
Doyle gets the carry from the halfback position, runs over a guy, and picks up a first down with ease.
Sorry about that. Colin, I was going all fanboy. By the way, the sartorial sensibilities of the SFL are on full display here as get 2 of my favorite kits in the Kings in their purple and the two-tone blues for the Florida Storm.
Florida's only turned it over twice all year. This is the league's 9th best rushing attack on 185 yards a game. They scored 17 rushing touchdowns, and they're going up against the Jacksonville team that's given up 38 points a game. They gave up 48 to the Storm in their last outing, but Jacksonville, defensively, the last couple of weeks, has seemed to turn a corner.
Yeah, it was a bit of a circus last time these guys met, right, Colin?
Yeah, indeed. Anytime you give up 48 points but only scored 10.
The circus is leaving town.
It's Doyle again on the carry, his second carry, and they say he didn't get the
Oh.
first down.
Goodness.
They spot him just a chest hair short. Alex Bond again on the stop.
Alex Bond. Yeah, and I made a comment a second ago about the unis, and a lot of them are supplied by Vanley Industries.
I heard they offer architectural services as well. Doyle gets the first down carry past the 40-yard line is where they'll mark it.
Touché, mon frere. Hey, nobody expected French. Did you have French on your bingo card tonight?
Only 20 carries coming in for Doyle. One rushing touchdown. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. Boletsky, 16 rushing touchdowns, 986 yards coming in. Cochran will swing it out to Boletsky, and he'll be stopped at their pickup of 2. Cochran, number 1 in completion percentage with 76. He's first in QBR with 77. Only threw 2 interceptions all season long, 7 touchdowns, and over 1,250 yards through the air. Fullback dive up the middle with Doyle, and that'll make it 3rd and 2.
I just handed this note. Denver Northrop passes his best back to Gunny.
3rd and 2 for Florida. Offset I formation could go to either of the backs here. And they go to Boletsky. And Boletsky gets the first down, carrying people way past the mark. Good enough for the first.
Straight ahead power right there, and nice short yardage play, and well blocked up front by the Big Uglies.
If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sidelines and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join Community button to begin your career. And begin your career or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to be involved.
Second and short here for the Storm, Colin. And balanced line, more power.
Backup halfback game. Doyle lines up at the tailback spot. Oh, and they deny him another first down again.
Not bad vision there. I think, as you can see, that play was designed to go pretty much, off tackle or the A gap even, and bounced it outside and nearly picked up the first down.
3rd and inches for Florida. Doyle's still the tailback, dotting the top of the eye. They get to Doyle, and he gets the first down with ease. For all league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore past, present, and future. 1st and 10. Boletsky back in at the tailback spot. Doyle moves back to fullback as Cochran down. Big sack loss of 3 yards on the play. And this is a guy who's not sacked very much. At corner blitz by Jacksonville.
Yeah, let's see if we get a replay of that. Just unblocked.
Diga Clay, loss of 4.
Nice design there by Jacksonville D, confusing the blocking scheme of the Storm, Colin.
Cochran on the roll again. Flyers back middle, one-handed catch by E.J. Minson, number 83. And his first catch he goes for 6 points, and that right there That's a nice hands catch the game brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. Rick, he made that look too easy.
You know, when you're an athlete, you're an athlete. You and I tried that, and we're falling down all over ourselves and not making the play. He just sticks his arm out. It's like glue. Kick is up and good. We're tied here near the end of the first quarter here in Jacksonville.
That's Minson's only second touchdown catch of the year.
Is that right?
And Cochran throws touchdown pass number 8. He's only sacked 5 times coming into the game, which is good for 10th. Teague Clay, and that's his first quarterback sack on the season. Had 54 tackles coming in by TFLs. As this return will set up Jacksonville at the 30-yard line, Beasley.
Let's see how Jacksonville does that first 2 drives that combined for the score. Colin, their offense looked really efficient. The Storm had some a little bit of tough sledding here and there. Let's see how Jacksonville responds.
For Beasley, only 2 grabs for 26 yards through 6 games. But he's really been good in the return game. Sets his team up on the 1st and 10 at the 30. Here's the give off to Sanders. Sanders breaks off the tackle. Burrows behind his blocker, picks up 5 yards, and the little guy, he's only 5'7", 220 pounds. Makes it look easy.
Kind of, like you said, Burrow behind his blocker. This was smart to follow him downfield. Got pushed off his blocker and even still fell forward on his back for a couple extra.
2nd and 5, pitch out to Sanders. Got no block from Jay Ballmer that time, but still managed to pick up a yard. Leon Thunderman, the inside linebacker. The stop sets up 3rd and 4 as we're now under a minute and counting the quarter.
Yeah, sometimes they'll show that in the film room, and that's one of those, either make a decisive cut and take what you can get, or hit the sideline, and I try to do both and ended up only getting a yard.
Bruin back to throw. Waits, fires down the field. And it's Weston, but it was broken up at the last possible moment by Adrian Blaine.
That's that same concept they ran very successfully in the first possession that they had, Colin, and it was defended better by Florida, forcing the punt.
The Victor Ironleg to punt on 4th and 4.
You know what the Florida Storm faithful are saying right now? Let's go.
Ironleg averaging 38 yards a punt on just 20 punts coming in. Gets this one away. It's high. Over 4 seconds in the air. Almost 5. Fielded by Griffs, who returns it up to the 22.
Pretty good punt. Doesn't necessarily pin them back, but doesn't allow the Florida to get decent field position. Let's see what they have on offer here for their second possession, Colin.
With 26 seconds left in the opening stanza, the score is 7-7. And right now, Rick, it's tighter than a new pair of shoes on a rainy day.
That's right.
Putbacks give off to Boletsky. He's stopped in the backfield for a loss of 1. And Bullet is a little frustrated with himself right now. Martin again, recording the TFL.
And the Rick meter's going to put Florida on watch here, Florida offense. If they can show the Rick meter something, they might have a chance to change the rating. Rick meter starts on neutral, still at neutral here as we tick down the last 3 seconds of the first quarter.
This last play will be another Boletsky handoff. He gains that yard back, but it'll be 3rd and long as Alex Bond records yet another stop. That was a fast-moving first quarter. We are all tied at 7 apiece between Florida and Jacksonville. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Colin Northrop, Rick Northrop.
Yo.
Here with you. We have a 3rd and 10 situation. First 3rd and long faced by Florida. They come out with a bunch to the top of the screen. Cochran, quick drop, throw over the middle, caught by Bush. No, that's Giffus, number 18. Hauls it in 1st and 10.
And look at what we found, Colin. They run the same sort of skinny post with a short drop that Jacksonville used effectively earlier in the game.
Even had a chance to go over the lines. 17.5 point underdog at home is Jacksonville. With an over-under 57.5.
I think that might be reflective of the last game. Don't know. Jack's data guys are really smart about such things. And here's a handoff off the right side. Brings up 2nd and 2. Maybe I should have yelled 2.
Boletsky picks up 8 there. Just following his blockers and doing what he does so effectively, Rick, and that is break tackles.
Breaking tackles.
2nd and 2.
Making copies. Breaking tackles. Was that Rob Schneider? Copier guy?
2nd and 2. Give off again to Boletsky. First down, up over the 50.
And that's a good sign for the Storm, Colin, getting Boletsky going. He got bottled up a little bit in that first possession, but he's starting to hit his stride here.
According to the latest facts, Boletsky gets stopped for no gain. He has 30 yards on 9 carries. It's only averaging 3.2 per carry. Doyle has 6 carries for 28 yards. Longest run so far has been 8 yards from a team that's been known for their explosive runs throughout the bulk of this season so far. It'll be a 3rd and 4 situation. Tackle made by Young Volt. Hey, Doug Day, he got the reference, Rick. Cochran fires. Ooh, too far for Minson, and it'll be 4th down, and Marcus Agrippa will be on the field to punt for the Florida Storm.
It's Agrippa.
Only his 12th punt of the year, but he's averaging 38 yards per kick.
So with Marcus Agrippa kicking, can we talk a little bit about Pax Romana? The influence of the Roman Empire?
Punt is away. And that's Cochran's first incompletion. He's out to 50.
Nice.
He's inside the 5 at about the 3. It'll be 1st down with 7:55 left. Ball officially marked on the 4. Give off to Sanders. Sanders has room. Tackle made by Stoneville after pickup of 6. Have yet to see the electrifying rookie Shepard Vicarian for Jacksonville, who has 63 carries, 6 rushing touchdowns for averaging 6 yards a carry, 3 rushing touchdowns for 374 yards coming into the game. Give to Sanders. Only manages to pick his way for 2 yards as Ryan Davidson fumbled away an interception opportunity on the very first Jacksonville possession. Makes the stop. For Davidson, that would have been interception number 3. He's returned one of his 2 interceptions for a pick 6 as Sanders gets it again. Ooh, hurdles over it down, man. There goes Sean Sanders out of bounds. I think he got the first down, but we got somebody down on the field, Rick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's Davidson. Davidson is down and in pain as the medical staff checks on him. Yeah, hate to see that. Will be first down. Clock stopped to 7 minutes exactly to go in this first half.
Hopefully we get an update on him shortly. Hopefully it's not too serious.
1st and 10. 3 wide receivers out of the offset eye for O.J. Brewer. Pitch out. Sanders breaks off the tackle, but only gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Another pitch play to Sanders, and Sanders will make this 3rd and 2.
Somehow kind of just worms his way through there to make it 3rd and short.
Jesus Smith, he's been all over the place early. Makes another tackle. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Showing power again here, Colin.
Do they go to bump? He's gotten a handful of carries this year. Now they got like the open pages of a book, and the tackle's made for a loss of about 2.
Wow, 2nd time in this game we've had a DN, someone come off the left DN spot, get themselves right in the backfield like that.
That's Andrew Francis. So far,
Yes.
defensive coordinator Art Vanderley's defense has been playing very stingy apart from that first drive. And Florida will take over from their own 21. Powers is on the special teams tackle there for Jacksonville.
Right, and as you mentioned, Colin, this game's moving along smartly. We're already under 6 minutes in the 2nd quarter. Possessions are already starting to become dear here. Let's see what Florida can do.
Cochran back to throw. Fires down the field into traffic. Tipped and incomplete. Looking for Minson. Unable to haul that in. 2nd target he's been unable to grab.
Possibly ill-advised. We'll see. Nope, no look. No second look.
Second and 10. Cochran. Quick drop. Back to throw. Fires. Incomplete.
Great defensive play there by, didn't catch the number, Colin, but arrived perfectly on time and fussed with the hands, forcing the drop. Fuss with the hands. That's an official DB technique, right? Fuss with the hands. Get in there and fuss with the hands.
3rd and 10. Cochran finds Gibson. That's his first catch of the year. And the rookie, he better hold on to that one. That's his first pro reception.
Congratulations. Comes at a nice time. Keep the drive alive.
Approaching under 5 minutes to go out of the I formation, 3 wide receivers. Here's the pitch out to Boletsky. Only picks up 1 as we're now under 5 to go. Remember, Jacksonville received the ball first to start the football game.
And welcome Dwayne Schindler into the chat, representing 904.
He says as a Florida resident, he's torn on who to because he likes both teams.
Florida. Dwayne lives in Florida.
Little slant cut over the middle is caught. That's Giffis again to set up a 3rd and 3. His second catch of the drive.
I don't know. He seems to be out the door with the 904. So that's what he's doing. Where he's going.
3rd and 3. Cochran. Doyle. Got 1, but needed 3. Martin again on the stop.
Well, starting to be a little bit of a kicking game now, Colin. Kicking. I want to do some kicking.
Marcus Agrippa on for his second punt of the day.
Marcus Agrippa, fresh off constructing the original Pantheon in Rome, puts his foot into it.
And is only returned up to the 19 by Beasley. Kingston Ellington has had one target but no receptions. And the tight ends for Jacksonville, they haven't even been targeted. Let's see if the strategy changes. No appearances from Shepard Vicarian in terms of the pass game or the run game to this point, but it is still early. First and 10 of the 19 as Bruin sets up with two in the backfield. Sanders, the deepest.
See if the Kings feature a little sense of urgency here, Colin.
David Gears in motion. Gears had the one catch for 21 yards early, but has been quieted since. Bruin fires. This time it's intercepted. Drew Francis picks it off, and Bruin, who's had difficulty turning the ball over,
a pick.
Throws his 16th pick of the year.
Oh my! Well, maybe a little too much of a sense of urgency. He just forced that in there. Clearly a mistake. He's upset with himself on the sideline. He's owning it. But yeah, a bad spot to throw your first pick of the night here.
Cochran takes over on the Jacksonville 23. They pitch it out to Boletsky. We see all Louisiana do this a couple weeks ago against Jacksonville.
Yeah,
that picks up 6 yards.
Sorry, Colin, go ahead. That toss sweep concept gets Boletsky out on the edge where he can maybe maximize his gifts a little bit out there in the open field.
2nd and 4. Now they bring in 2 additional tight ends for 3 in total. Doyle on the carry, runs over man early, 1st and goal inside the 10.
Gut check time for Jacksonville defense here, Colin. Would like to just hold them, obviously, to a field goal attempt. Force a turnover if possible, but getting in the danger zone for the Kings.
Cochran in the shotgun with split backs on 1st and goal.
The interception highway danger zone.
Here's the pitch out to Boletsky. Nice spin move, broken tackle, and Bullet Boletsky scored. Touchdown, Florida.
Florida makes them pay.
And Bullet Boletsky's 17th rushing touchdown of the year helps Florida regain the lead. Let's look at it one more time, Rick.
Listen, I don't know what those two defenders were doing running into each other.
Nice spin move and then a broken tackle. Doyle, he was out in front looking for somebody to block, had nobody.
Ain't got nobody.
Ethan Snead on for the extra point. Is up and good. So with 2:48 to go, driving 23 yards, taking 55 seconds off the clock, Florida now leads by 7.
Yeah, and don't look now, but after drawing first blood, did the Kings. Florida's come back with 14 points.
Kickoff to the 5. Beasley up the middle, makes a cut, and he'll get tracked down at the 32.
We're going to put Florida defense on watch here, Colin, because if they can stymie the Kings, Rick Meter's probably going to move in the direction of the Florida Storm here.
Ooh. That'll be an interesting development to watch as this drive will start from their own 32 for Jacksonville.
All right, now let's try this sense of urgency thing again, minus the turnover, shall we?
Pitch out to Sanders, runs right into a blitz and loses 2 yards back.
It's a really great call on the defensive side there.
Blitz was the initial penetration, and then Evan Carroll cleaned it up. 2nd and 12. With the pass, Bruin downfield. Kingston Ellington with the catch and triple coverage.
There you go.
And number 82, the leading receiving man for these Jacksonville Kings in terms of receptions and yards, hauls in his first grab at a clutch time for his football team.
Absolutely. Previous broadcast identified Kingston as maybe the coolest name in the SFL, and we've reached the 2-minute warning, Colin.
You're watching the SFL, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Colin Northrup, Rick Northrup,
Yo.
your broadcast partners, here in the booth with you from the King's Den here in Jacksonville, Florida. An absolutely sparkling facility, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely, and we've got a very compliant and good boy Denver in the booth with us, and here's a short drop.
Bruin fires underneath, and Gears has the huge run after the catch and is tackled. But boy, Rick, he could have gone way further.
Yeah, it's fortunate they did have that DB back there.
His second catch in this one.
They both came over. They had good coverage way back on the back end, but not before I pick up just a bushel full of yards.
136 and counting to go. Another 20-plus yard gain for Gears. Balmer split out, is in motion. Tighter on the wing now, next to the left tackle. This will be a draw play to Sanders. Sanders has room for the first time in a while, picks up 6. And we got a timeout called with about 1:20 left.
Yeah, quick like a bunny after receiving that handoff as the enemy was in the backfield and sprinted just past the outstretched arms of would-be tacklers.
Now we got 5 wide receivers. Bruin under center. Beasley in motion to the top of the screen. Bruin, sprint out. He's going to run and get the first down as he takes a hit. Jacksonville calls their second timeout on that design quarterback roll.
Big fan of that play. Big fan of that. So excited for things like that we didn't necessarily see in the old build, and just fantastic. Can't say enough about some of these new designs that are available.
2 tight ends is Talent Steele in motion. Steele, 16 grabs, 185 yards, averaging 12 yards a catch, has yet to find the end zone this season.
Dad starred in the show Remington Steele back in the day, and there's a incomplete.
Gears, the intended receiver, could not hang on despite the hit from because of the hit from the defender. 2nd and 10, 109 on the clock. Second and 10, they come out with halfback set off to the left side. Formation. Bruin back to throw. Down the field he goes. Catch made by Weston. First catch he made in a while, and Jacksonville burns their final timeout. They'll have to use the sidelines or spike the ball to stop the clock.
Correctamundo, El Senor.
3rd catch in today for Weston.
Or El Jefe.
Now the halfback lined up off to the right is Bruin to the end zone. Touchdown to Weston.
Wow.
His 4th grab results in his 2nd touchdown of this first half.
Well, that's just a wonderful drive there here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Much to the dismay of the Rick Meter staff, who was all set to start moving their needles and dials.
Slide rules. Don't forget about the slide rules.
Slide rules, the pocket protectors, the control room and the Rick meter littered with empty Mountain Dew and dew bottles and Pop-Tart wrappers. But we're going to be all tied up here. Oh, janky snap, but it's up and through and good, Colin.
And we're tied at 14 apiece as the drive summit. It plays 69 yards, taking up 1 minute and 47 seconds off the clock. "61 seconds left to go in the first half as King Bradshaw kicks it away. Griffiths will down it in the end zone for a touchback.
Probably wisely so. And get it out at the 20 and see what they can do. Is this one of those, Colin, where run a play or two, see if they pick up anything? If not, they just go turtle and take it into the locker room? Because Jacksonville can't stop the clock, so I'm concerned on that side. The answer is yes.
I was more trying to figure out the answer to Robert Thump's question as Steven Bush hauls that in down the field. No timeout called yet. So you got 50 seconds at counting. Bush catches the big rollout throw for Cochran. But Florida didn't call any timeouts there. It's very strange.
Yeah, I believe Florida's getting the ball because Jacksonville took the opening kick down, and after trading possessions, scored on it. So should be Florida.
Although it did count as one continuous possession.
It's changed on one play, so nice.
Needs to get to Boletsky. Broke off tackle, unable to stop it, and it looks like Florida's just content to
hit the locker room, right?
Yeah, in spite of the big pass play. It sort of questioned time management here.
I'm getting another snap.
Will, and it's end off to Boletsky. Ooh.
Just trying to get Boletsky some more yards here at the end of the half. Oh, and there's a time. Give me a TO, baby. Dickie V called. Wants his timeout, baby. Back.
They called it with 2 seconds left. Very strange.
Hand off to Boletsky again.
We got 11 passes so far for Florida, and Doyle gets the end off. So 16 and 8, you do the math. Then run heavy for Florida. Not completely lopsided. We reached the end of the first half, all tied at 14 apiece. Rick, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, it's interesting because Jacksonville goes down and scores, and then Florida takes a little time, but they get their act together and even it up. And then Florida goes and after a few punts back and forth, gets another score. And miraculously, the Kings offense wakes up at the end of the first half with some points on the board. It's I don't know what I'm trying to say. I got all word salad here, but
Griffiths 3 grabs for 34 yards. His first 3 catches of the season.
There's a little lull in there, and wasn't sure. I thought for a while Florida was going to be potentially running away with it, but the Kings say, you know what they say? Not so fast, my friend.
Connor Weston 4 grabs, 56 yards, but 2 of them ended up in the end zone.
You need a score? Oh, Mr. Weston. All right. Well, we'll reset things. We're all tied. The Rick meter's at neutral. Colin Northrup, your play-by-play man.
Hello, everybody.
I'm here for a little comedy and some everyman commentary off the couch.
From the goal line on the return, up the middle, and Griffiths gets tackled at the 25. The 1st and 10. Ron Cochran in the offense. Stephen Black, former Florida Storm member, checking in, written on his old team. Be first and 10 for Florida from the 25.
Long snap count here.
Cochran back to throw, fires. The man open, but threw just behind Menson. Towers, the closest defender to the ball.
You know, Cochran likes those short drops, and that pocket was closing in on him. I wonder if the traffic caused that errant throw, because it was, like say, it's wide open, and Cochran's such a pro. He's typically not going to miss those throws.
He started 5 of 5, did wrong. At one point, he was 0 for 3. As this is going to be down as a sack by number 90, Logan Garden.
Mr. Cochran says to me, see, that's why I like short drops. The deep drops, I get sacked.
His 4th sack of the year. He's second behind Forrest Olin, who is 4.5.
Somebody forgot to block 90. They just crossed them up and confused the Florida line.
Third and 16. Now they line up from the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Back to throw. Cochran fades all the way to the 5.
Oh, no.
Taquan Hill brings him down.
That was a nice delayed blitz. They only had 3 down linemen, Colin, and then they sent 2 backers after 1,000 on the line. They find their gaps. So 90 and 91. Next sack should be number 92.
That's Taquan Hill's first sack of the year, which is a very strange thing to say, given that we're now week 8. This is going to be game number 7 played for Jacksonville.
Forced Agrippa to hunt out of his own end zone.
Beasley on the return will get tackled at the Florida 43.
Agrippa, the hero of the battle of, forget. I'll come up with it, but beat Mark Anthony and defeated Mark Anthony and his girlfriend Cleopatra. Says I should not be forced to punt from the end zone.
That's
Actium, that's it, sorry.
135th and a half sack. He's number 3 all time. Throw it down the middle, catch made. First down, that's Gears. That lost 18 on the play. That previous sack is ruined. He's in a bit of a rhythm now. Fires down and finds Gears. He's now 12 of 18 for 2 touchdowns and a pick. 66.7 completion percentage. Pitch out to Sanders. Spin move inside. Picks up 5.
Well, that defensive stand turns into good offensive field position for the Kings, looking to return the favor as they got scored on after they gave Florida a short field in the first half, Colin.
Only a pickup of 1 there. Thunderman on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 4.
A lot of Duval being represented here in the chat. Thanks everybody for being in the chat. Really fun to follow along with that as well. As they go 3 wide here. 2 in the backfield, Colin.
Jacksonville was 2 of 4 on 3rd down. This is the first 3rd down of this half. Throw! Accepted! Carroll, he's up the sideline. He's got room. The ref was in the way. It doesn't matter. Evan Carroll is all the way down inside the Jacksonville 20. They'll mark him at the 21. Wow, that's got to be the play of the game.
So far, And what the heck is wrong with the ref? He's sort of blocking for the storm, but then he ends up getting in the way and slowing up the ball carrier.
He tried to backpedal, but apparently he didn't backpedal fast enough.
But it just trucked him. Wow, it doesn't take away from what a great play, defensive play. Snuffing out that short field drive we were just complimenting the Kings on.
The people in the chat saying the ref should be called for interference.
No doubt.
John Perez said the home ref was in the way. Boletsky picks up 5 yards. Statisticians tonight are the Hall of Famer Damon Simeon and Hank Earl Troll, the offensive coordinator for the undefeated Alamo City Artillery. Florida Storm also undefeated, looking to go 7-0 and sweep the Florida Showdown season series.
They've got a good shot at taking the lead here.
Give up the middle to Boletsky, first down and more. It'll be first and goal. And the bench is fired up about that one as Bullock continues to pick him up and lay him down. Up to 71 yards on 18 carries. As a touchdown, also one grab for 2 yards. Back to throw Cochran, swinging out of the backfield. Boletsky! It's a receiving touchdown. And Florida retakes the lead.
They do.
Continue to seesaw back and forth.
And Boletsky's having himself a game now.
Corners just blitzed and nobody picked up Bullet out of the backfield. Do so at your own risk. And Bullet, that is his first receiving touchdown of the year.
That's going to put the pressure on the Kings offense, no doubt, Colin.
3 plays, 22 yards.
It matches their previous 3-play, 24, 25-yard drive that they had. So the short fields definitely benefiting Florida.
Kickoff by Sneed. Fielded just short of the 5 at the 4 by Beasley. Beasley up the middle, tackled at the 28.
Well, with that interception, Colin, and quick strike, Rick Meter's coming out with a probable reading for Florida. Next step would be likely, but it's probable. I said probable. I meant possible. Sorry. Got my own readings mixed up. Can't even read the dial. I'm so excited.
Maybe you need to get your eyes checked.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
I should cut back to like 6 Mountain Dews a day. Maybe that'll help me.
Gears in motion to the bottom of the screen. It's a draw play to Sanders. Sanders has room and he's carrying people forward for a pickup of 9 yards on the play. Now free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search the SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL.
Retroid's cool, by the way. NGL. Oh, yeah. I got to talk like the kids do. That'll make me more relatable.
Give to Sanders. Ooh! And they said he got first down based on forward progress.
That spot was fire.
That's what Jacksonville thinks, and Florida doesn't seem to deem it worthy of a challenge.
I see. The footballers from Jacksonville line up for another play from scrimmage.
Toss out. This is going to be Sanders. Stopped at the line for no gain. Jamarcus Candy of the artillery. He's picking up what you're putting down. as Andrew Francis collects his 4th tackle.
I need to learn what cringe is. People say that to me all the time. I'm pretty sure it's a compliment.
Spoiler alert, it's not. As Sanders picks up 4.
Ouch. Gonna need a salve for that burn after this game.
3rd and 6. Jacksonville again. Facing a 3rd and medium.
Everybody line up on the line to gain there.
Bruin fires. Tipped and incomplete. Carroll almost had it.
Oh, it's gonna be glorious. And then for the offense, and then it was glorious for the defense.
Carroll almost came away with his 2nd interception. His iron leg back to punt once again. He boots us away. Approaching 5 seconds on the hang time. Early 1st and 10 for Florida from their 16.
And a really good punt and good coverage allows just a short return. And I think if you're starting from inside the 16, that's definitely a hole. Good job on Jacksonville special teams right there.
1st and 10 from the 16. Cochran back to throw. Fires. Post cut. Oh, nice break on the ball by the defender. Number 28, Nathan Nur. He's been quiet, only 1 assisted tackle, but there he prevented
a big completion.
Yes, indeed, down the field. It'll be 2nd and 10. The offset eye formation. There's Stephen Bush in motion. He lines up in the slot. Toby Nur follows him. Quick drop by Ron. He's besieged in the pocket. Fires down the field. Catch made by Minson.
A real football play right there. Cochran is under duress, as you said, Colin, and cool as a cucumber. Delivers a strike.
Wow. See the numbers? Kept it clean. No interceptions, 2 touchdowns. 118 yards on 10 of 15 passing.
You know what else is clean? My burger machine. I think you deserve a break today.
I think you're mixing your jingles. Walensky stopped at the line of scrimmage by Young Bolt for no gain.
I think after this game, we should get up and get away.
Or should we have it our way?
To McDonald's.
Ron Haynes. Been very quiet today. Held without a catch there, and Narkov has 1 for 7. Now Haynes makes the catch, and it's a big one down the field.
Wow. The announcer magic. Just mentioning him, and hauls in a big reception. 2nd one of this drive, or 3rd one maybe. Look at that. Dancing on the Kings logo there.
He's lucky that George Teague didn't come and belt him for dancing on the logo.
Yeah, and you got to be careful around that logo. They put so much paint on there. The footing can be slippery. Let's keep an eye on that.
Back to throw. Ron down the middle. Minson again. It'll be 1st down at about the 25. Maybe will they mark it? We'll see.
Just a great reception there. People might say, you could maybe room to add to get some yak, but he's like, I'm gonna make sure I catch this bad boy, right?
That's his 3rd grab. He's been targeted 7 times, however.
For you young receivers out there, you want to put your hands out in front of you, frame the ball with your hands, and then catch it out in front of yourself and pull it in.
To give up the middle, Boletsky picks up 1.
That's job 1.
Tackle made by JPL, John Patrick Levine.
JPL, that's cool. Is it DR Sims cool? I'm not sure.
A 2nd and 9 situation. Boyle lines up as an 8-back tight end hybrid. As Cochran, he's intercepted. Young Boyd has it. He returns across the 30. He's standing the sidelines 40. He's up over the 50. Look at him go. He's outrunning everybody on the Florida defense. It'll be a pick 6 touchdown Jacksonville.
Oh, Nelly. Well, looky what I found here. I'm taking it to the house. I'm going to take it home with me.
Only the 3rd interception thrown by that man, Ron Cochran. And it's a back-breaking.
Cochran's given admirable chase there. Can't close the deal, though. Yikes.
Wow, with 1:54 left.
In the 3rd.
In the 3rd. We're an extra point away from a tie. And for Volt, oh, that's his first interception of the season. What a time for one right there.
Wow, that's just in from the Rick meter. They're going back to neutral, Colin. Been very impressed with offense and defense here in this game, and Rick meter is officially on the fence. They're not on the offense. They're not on the defense. They're on the fence.
As the ball is down in the end zone. That's an 80-yard interception return, according to our friend Damon Simeon. And Florida now takes back over 1st and 10 from the 20.
Damon taking time out from obsessing over his Texas Longhorns to mark down the stats for us tonight. Really appreciate that. Along with
Hank Earl Toll. As this run by Beletsky, that's a 1st down.
I offered to go hang out with Damon after the game, and he says he's too busy preparing his face paint for the Longhorn game tomorrow.
20 carries for Bullet Charlie Beletsky.
Charlie, that's a good name.
Charlie Bullet Beletsky. As he gets another carry here on carry 21, and he busts loose for the first time all game. Spins inside, and it takes 2 men to bring him down.
2, 1 man, 2 men.
Oh, but Stephen Bush is injured.
Oh, no.
The Florida wide receiver, number 11, was hurt on the play. And I hope he's not out for a while.
Oh, did we get a health update on first half player injury?
Davidson, I believe he returned.
Oh, did he? Good. Good. Maybe Bush will be able to return back. I saw the trainer come and start punching him in the abdomen, looking for the reset button or the rep spawn module.
The pitch out to Beletsky, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles before Clay knocks him down. As we fast approach under a minute to go in the 3rd, and what's been a very exciting game.
Indeed. And there's the lead, tie, lead, change, pick sixes, several interceptions, Colin, and here we sit near the end of the 3rd, tied at 21, but Florida is knocking on the door.
46 seconds and counting to go in the quarter. It's going to be a pass. Run. Dumps it short. Deron Haynes only picks up 2.
That was the pressure relief valve there as Cochran looks to his left the whole time. Last minute, scans over to his right, finds Haynes. Gets a couple out of it.
Scans indeed. And that run by Bullet earlier was a 41 yards, by far the game's longest run. We're about 20 seconds and counting to go in the quarter. 2nd down and 8. Doyle now the back. He gets the pitch, and J.W. Doyle,
Ooh.
he was hung up in traffic. Ooh, but he stepped out of bounds when he had all that room.
Momentum, it's a thing, and couldn't make the cut there. Brings up 3rd and 5. So they don't want to. They want to make sure they maintain possession of this because field goal can retake the lead here.
And that'll be the last play of the quarter. Read it's all right, Chris Curtis.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Bush is still being examined by the staff. Davidson torn bicep.
Ooh,
They did not come back. Yikes.
yikes indeed.
And the health boogeyman has not hit the Jacksonville sideline. Hopefully it stays that way.
Third and 5 as we start the 4th and final stanza.
So we get like 4 downs to make a first down. That's how this goes.
As we get a play action, Cochran. Oh, he tried to go to Minson, who tried to one-hand the ball, but Roy Towers, the rookie, had other ideas. And Ethan Snead will be on to try and break the deadlock with a potential field goal here. This will be a 24-yard attempt. He's 11-12 on the year.
In a game of touchdowns, this will be the first field goal. Should it be successful? And do you really want to have just a field goal lead in this game? Question mark. Wink, wink.
Plays,
nudge, nudge.
72 yards, and they end up getting only 3 points. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. Beasley will start Jacksonville off from their own 30.
Nice return. I believe you had mentioned he's one of the better return men in the game this season, right?
Griffiths also has a couple, has a touchdown or 2 on kick returns as well for Florida. So these rookies making impacts in the special teams area.
Make an impact. Hashtag make an impact.
We have 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 30-yard line. O.J. Bruin under the center. Man in motion is Balmer to the wing. Sanders gets the handoff, and Sanders up the middle. Spins and gets the first down. Tackled at the 45.
Great blocking by the wide receivers as they make contact with every DB, all the corners, and it's just left to the safeties to come over and clean this up by the 45.
This quarter begins to wind. Sanders up to 72 yards, gaining 41 yards after the first hit. That's 72.
That's pretty cool.
Jay Balmer gets the carry up the middle from his fullback spot, picks up 6 yards. Welcome in Jay Balmer. He's been around, but he's mostly been blocking for Sanders. No appearances from Shepard for carrying today. We have under 9 minutes to go. Ball exactly on the midfield striper, just past them. We're going to call it, let's call it the 48.
Or 9.
But the ball's right on there. Sanders again.
Oh. Ooh.
They get 3rd and 1.
Good defense there. For Florida.
Jesus Smith, 5 tackle. Here's a 3rd and 1. Sanders. Here got stopped. He lost 2 yards on the play. Tackle made by number 48, Lane. And Sanders is a little frustrated. He was unable to pick up the first. Iron leg spun it away. It's going to be down at the 10. No, it bounds into the end zone. Bad bounce. And the ball will come out to the 20.
There we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Throw out to Boletsky. Oh, that was kind of messed up from the start. Levine on the tackle. Loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Not what they wanted to happen on first down, I assure you. This is a 2nd and 13. Doyle. I thought he was the man in motion, but it was Minson instead. As Doyle stands up and resets. Cochran downfield. Oh! Broken up by Clay, number 24.
Nearly an immaculate reception there to tear him backwards near the other receiver.
3rd and 13. $7:21 to go in the game. Cochran back to throw, fires. It's caught. First down. And down the depth chart they go as number 19, the 5th wide receiver, hauls that in. And Cochran is now up to 174 yards. He does have the 1 interception to his credit. But so far his team is in the lead by 3 as we approach under 7 to go. Cochran back to throw, fires, catch made, Minson, first down. As they continue to throw the ball down the field, despite the fact they have a 3-point lead. Interesting strategy to say the least. There are the updated numbers for Ron. 4 yards away from 200. Play action. Roll. Throw. Man open is Giffis again. So we now are approaching under 6 minutes to go. Just running across, following the rollout by Cochran. They're continuing to make it look easy. Yeah, 1st and 10. Now they run it with Boletsky, picks up 2, but the more important factor is the clock continues to wind down.
Yep, possession and clock management is going to be crucial for both teams here. In a tight game, Rickmeter is at neutral. And your Florida Storm lead your Jacksonville Kings 24-21.
Ron Haynes, nice catch falling backwards to set up a 3rd and 2. For Florida on 3rd downs. We have been really good today. But only 1 of 4 this half after being 6 of 10 in the first. Doyle on the carry. He got it.
We're going to give it to him. I think that's legit. A legit spot. There were some dicey ones earlier in the game.
We have a first down. 4:50 and counting to go. This is high drama here.
Florida looking to extend their lead. Here's the blitz. They run into it.
Doyle picks up 2 on the fullback dive. Tackle made by Bond.
Alex Bond.
I see what you did there.
Da-da-da-da. Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to tackle. Minson in motion.
Oh, my girlfriend will be here shortly to get me out of this tight spot.
Boletsky, he was stopped after a short gain. Now Vernon Zarkov is injured.
Oh, no.
The guy who's had 1 catch for 7 yards this ball game, but has been a critical blocker. And now that's another guy that will be out of this football game.
And a tight end is valuable, especially down here, Colin. Either for blocking or catching.
Bunch to the top of the formation. 3rd and 6. Blitz being set. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Young holds it in for the touchdown. His second catch of the drive ends up in 6 points for the Storm.
Young the Giant. Scores. Wow.
Running against near the corner. He just high pointed the ball.
And Jacksonville's reeling here a little bit, Colin.
4:06 to go. They're about to be down by possibly 10, pending the outcome of this extra point.
A 2-possession game with 4 minutes to go.
Extra point is up and good. 11 plays, 79 yards, 3 minutes, 51 seconds. Taking up the clock. As Ethan Snead to kick off.
Jacksonville is the underdog. Getting 17.5. But they've been in this game up until the last few minutes.
Easily from the 5 up the middle.
I'm not saying they're out.
Down at the 34.
My apologies, Colin. I'm not saying they're out of it. But this is the biggest lead for either team in the game. And it's a bad time for that to happen if you're Jacksonville.
The rematch is here as the 3-3 Baltimore Vultures head to D.C. to take on the 3-3 Dragons. 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. The Atlantic's under 2 squad. 2-4 Carolina. 4-2 Carolina. 2-4 Charleston battle in the primetime block as the Skyhawks hopes to keep their lead in the Atlantic. Those games plus Denver, Indianapolis, Mexico City, Alamo City tomorrow night on SFL YouTube. Jacksonville now has to pass if they want to go anywhere, and Bruin nearly got sacked, but he got rid of the ball. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Marking that as incomplete. And the pocket just can't hold on for the patterns to develop. It does stop the clock.
Bruin, he's thrown 3 interceptions. He has thrown a couple touchdowns, but his team now done multiple scores, and they need to score quickly. Back to throw. Fire! Oh, and the incomplete sets up 3rd and 10.
I think for the Jacksonville quarterback, this has been a bear of a game. Trying to make something out of it here in the waning minutes of the 4th.
3rd and 10.
I need to go back to those concepts and play combos they had in the first drive, Colin.
Throw down the field. As there's a flag down. Hold everything. Check the flag.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to hold on. Oh.
We had defensive holding. Yay! Leon Thunderman opening action and gets Jacksonville a first down at their 39.
Yay for those of you rooting for more drama. Yay. Get this game a little tighter again.
1st and 10. Let's see if they can take advantage of this reprieve from the governor, so to speak. Quick drop back by Bruin. Fires into traffic, tipped and incomplete.
Well, you know, the Storm secondary must just be confusing Bruin enough because it's consistently throwing into tight coverage windows or, into a lot of traffic. And I'm not sure what the cause is, but Bruin and the receivers don't seem to be on the same page.
Throw down the middle and Talon Steele. What a fine time for your first catch of the ball game. Sets up a 3rd and 1 as the hurry up is now being implemented.
Same page consistently.
Throw is going to be intercepted. This is Ryan Davidson again. And this time he hangs onto the ball as he crosses to the midfield stripe.
That was Edwards.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because Davidson was hurt.
Yeah. Davidson's got a torn bicep. He's not doing jack.
Well, they must have switched jerseys.
Maybe. Davidson's got like a 5-pound. Yeah, he's got like a 5-pound bag of ice taped onto his bicep on the bench.
Ball on the 50. We got a man in motion to the bottom of the screen. Give to Boletsky. He stopped the line of scrimmage, but the clock starts moving.
I think if they still retain possession of the 2-minute warning, you'll start seeing the parade of timeouts from Jacksonville. Jacksonville hoping to force a punt before the 2-minute warning, baby. That's it. That's the operational order for this possession.
Now they line up Doyle at the halfback spot.
Think this is going to be a run?
Motioning the guy in front of Doyle to the offset position. They run that way, and J.W. Doyle turns ahead to set up a 3rd and 4.
We'll have to run one more play for the 2-minute warning. Yeah, nothing special right here from Florida, right, Colin? Just some solid run plays. Call your best run plays. 2 hands on the ball. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, theoretically.
Billy, don't be a hero.
Theoretically, that's what they should. Albert Begin said Florida lost to the bye that no one talks about. The give to Doyle. I don't know.
That hurts you. That hurts you if you're Jacksonville. Not going to lie.
2-minute warning called. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. Oh, the booth is going to take a retroactive look at that play. Brought to you by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. Not expecting the boot to buzz down.
Nah, it looked clearly like he had gotten it. Maybe they think his knee touched before the ball crossed the line to gain.
All right, here's the money shot.
Yeah. He stretches. Ooh, it's close. It's close.
They overturned the ruling.
Wow. Interesting call. Bring up 4th and inches. I don't know. Do you go for it? I mean, Jacksonville's offense hasn't done much, and when they have, it's been a turnover.
They got the offense out there.
They got a timeout to burn if they're still trying to get him to jump.
They run a play. It's Doyle, first down with ease.
And you can hear the groans here in Jacksonville. They know what that first down means for their chances.
First time out. Oh. Doyle still lined up there in the fullback spot. And they pitch it out to Doyle, and the big fullback, the stiff arm.
He shoves the defender down. Ouch. Jacksonville burns their second time out here, Colin. Let's start taking a look at some of the stats maybe for Florida's offensive studs.
142 yards for Doyle. Or Beletsky. Doyle's up to 69 yards on 15 carries.
Wow.
Ron Cochran, 17 to 25, 234, 3 touchdowns and an interception. As Doyle gets the carry again, breaks the tackle, breaks a second one. First down and more. He's up over the 20. He's down to the 10. It'll be first and goal, and that should do it.
Great football IQ there as was tiptoeing down the sidelines, turns it back inside to get tackled in the field of play, Colin, to keep the clock moving.
Jacksonville will drop to 2 and 5. Florida will move to 7 and up. And while I have your attention, here are the upcoming schedules for both of these teams. In week 9, Jacksonville will travel to Baltimore to take on the Vultures, followed by a week 10 bye. Then week 11, they have a home game versus DC, then 2 road games. One at Queen City, then followed by a trip to Louisiana before home finale at Atlanta. In Florida, they travel to Atlanta next, followed by a home game at Carolina, travel to the Motor City to take on the V8s, followed by a road trip to the nation's capital to take on DC, by in week 13 before a home finale against Louisiana. Jacksonville has now lost 4 straight games after they won 2 out of their first 3. It's their first loss by double digits since they lost by 38 Florida back in week 6. Before that was a week 9 loss to Carolina, 20 to 11. Also had a 14-point loss to Motor City the second week of the year. As we have a 4th and goal, no need to run another play. So Baltimore next week for Jacksonville, followed by Atlanta next week for Florida. We've reached the end of the game. The final is 31-21. Florida beats Jacksonville to sweep the season series of their interstate rivals. Let's take a look at the stats, Rick.
Total yards for Florida, 453. A 10-point win, but boy, that's lopsided there.
Look at the average starting field position. It was close, but time of possession certainly was not. Look at that.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
26 minutes.
Yeah, the Kings' inability to possess the ball. What do they have? 3 turnovers?
4 turnovers.
Four turnovers. The story probably flows through that single stat.
Alex Bond with 12 tackles. Tigger Clay with a sack. We got a lot of DB sacks today. Don't see that very often. Young both with an 88-yard interception return. One forced fumble by Jay Vollmer, of course, on Ryan Davidson. That fumble was recovered by Kingston Ellington. 233 rush yards from Florida. Jacksonville drops to 2-5. They have a tough game next week versus Baltimore, but the back end of their schedule theoretically looks like it could be easy. For our statisticians, Hank Earl Troll and Damon Simeon, I'm Colin Northrup. This has been Rick Northrup with me.
Yo.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.